So let's just go ahead and, dive into today's game of Hoard of the Dragon Queen. So since there's only one person who was a player last time on this game, I volunteer Nekasar to tell everybody what happened last time.
So last time we came into a holy city that had sun and brightness everywhere, so it was a little harmful and a little overwhelming for some of our party members. A few of them chose not to enter the city. There was very much a show that they were attacked by some monstrous creature, and we were split up. Us that went into the city, we went to a tavern that Tal has quite a close association with. And it is a guild of sorts, which seems to be a fairly high ranking member. And we visited with his boss and some of the other compatriots of his. And we ended up drinking and staying at their tavern. And then there ended up being a very interesting fist fight with many spells and other magical items used between Tal and his boss, because that is how this guild itself competes. And after that, Nekusar went to a temple for the Platinum Dragon, trying to get more information about the dragon cult. He was able to possibly find an ally in them with some truth and deception. And we returned to find out which way we thought the caravan of the dragon cultists was heading. And we figured if we took a boat to the next town, we could beat them there. And at this moment, we are about to board the boat, I believe.
Yeah, that's basically what happened last time there, Virgil. You basically stayed inside through 100% of that due to your hatred of this city, and you did quite enjoy the fight or the skirmish between Tal. Where's the heck's my mouse? It's one thing about having 13 screens. You lose a mouse or two. Tal and Onthar. And at one point, Onthar made Tal completely disappear. Like, gone. Just gone. Onthar took a drink of ale and made some jokes at Tal's expense. Tal summoned back again, and they traded blows, but eventually Tal did fall. Part of why Tal did this is Tal wanted full plate. And Onthar said, if you could best me in combat, sure. Tal put up a really fucking good fight, though. it was close. Uh, Granted, Onthar didn't use everything at his disposal, but you could still tell it was fairly close fight. So Tal did get his set of plate armor because overall it was a good skirmish. And so yeah, the following morning, an envelope was handed to Tal, and the instructions. The envelope was handed to Tal, and somebody has a a paper bird, which is you write a note on a piece of paper, and it folds up into a paper bird and flies towards whoever your target is. Um, I'm not sure who has that, but I hope somebody has it written down. You guys were kind of given a general mission of there is some dragon cultists here, but also based on the information of the map and the note, the small contingent here is going to meet up with a much larger force in Baldur's Gate. And so you guys are kind of headed, or will be heading, to Baldur's Gate in order to, first deliver whatever this note is. Though you do know it's to a contact with the Harpers. You're not sure who or where yet at this time. Because Leosin, the monk, that, took a harpoon out of the air and chucked it back at a dragonkin, he was a Harper, according to information you got from Monthar. So, your mission is to basically find some way to join that large group, because some of you have items to do so, or follow them to find out where they are taking all of these things. And once you know that location, that's when you're supposed to send the bird back out. Because Onthar is he hopes to be able to grant more aid than what he currently has. He's hoping that if the Harpers get involved, then more private groups like them will have a vested interest in, the mortal plane not being terrorized by an ancient dragon god. Minor details. The rich want to stay rich, not have to give it to a dragon. So, use whatever you can to make this happen. So part of that is this letter. It's in a sealed envelope, handed to Tal, with explicit instructions not to open it, and that once you get closer to Baldur's Gate, writing should appear on the front of it, giving you a better idea of where to go. I feel like I'm shouting. I'm going to turn this down. I don't need to be shouting so loud. So yeah, morning thereof, I believe that there were some provisions given, which I hope everybody added to their bags. Let's see. He does not have anything on his inventory. Nikasar, do you remember what was requested besides rope and armor? You mean you got your boots? You got your fun boots?
Rope, armor, rations, potions. Beyond that, I'm not certain. A 100 feet of silk rope, plate armor. We had 16 vials, so 8 regular healing potions, 4 greater and 4 superior.
That's it. Yep. So I don't know if those were handed out. Is kind of where I'm at.
No, we did not
844.
divvy everything out. It was kind of given to us in a crate, and it was kind of discussed. We just put the crate in the boat.
Got it. Okay. So yeah, instead of regular rope, you guys got silk rope. He did get his plate armor, and then those sets of potions.
Yeah, and I don't know how many rations we got. It was only 3 or 4 days worth because they'll expire, kind of thing, I believe.
Right. It was enough for the journey, which I
Yeah.
think it's
Plus the day or
three
two.
days if you rest. It's 2 days if you go straight through, like even traveling at night. And then it was an extra 2 days, so it was going to be 5 days of rations. And then Virgil, whatever minor items that you would have requested, such as more crossbow bolts. Like I didn't know what you would ask, which is why I said in Discord we can kind of retcon whatever those requests would be. So, is there anything basic or minor that you would have asked for?
Sunscreen.
Just a better crossbow.
Sunscreen? This guy.
That's what the armor's for.
Okay, so seeing that you have a light crossbow, the only version of a better is a heavy crossbow. So a two-handed big man pajamba, but it technically does more damage. So they don't have like an enchanted crossbow, so it would have just been a heavy crossbow.
Okay.
You know, if you want it, yeah, there it is. You got it. And so you can add heavy crossbow to your inventory if you would like.
How do I do that? Do I need to go to D20 to do that?
Not D20. You probably have to do it in D&D Beyond and then reload.
That's what I meant. Sorry.
Yeah. Und ja.
I don't know if you can control your inventory from here. I think you're supposed to do it in Beyond.
We can, but it doesn't appear to be working. You must apply a valid cobalt value. Bum, 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 bum. We can do that in a minute. It's easier if you go to D&D Beyond, add the crossbow bolt, and then resync your character. Let's see.
How do you refresh your character page?
So you open up your character sheet, which you can do by just double-clicking on your token. Click on D&D Beyond, and then Start Import.
All good.
Perfect. Okay. So, morning of, you're given all the stuff and can divvy out the potions later if you so wish. You are led down, guide, I guess directed would be more apt term, as Ondar wouldn't have you be going along with a bunch of people. So Onthar kind of tells you, now make sure you get onto your boat soon. That old guy will leave without you and still expect to be paid, as he is on a, quote, schedule. He still goes as slow as he can anyway. Safe travels, friends, and I hope to hear from you soon as to that location.
Thank you for everything. I'm sure you will hear from us soon.
I believe I will. And if not, you'll be avenged. Tal, knowing this city, knows exactly where to go as far as the docks are concerned. You are given a very minor description as far as what boat and who you're looking for. It's a small river boat. It looks like a basic fishing boat, but the there is a I can't think of the words. There has a cargo hold. Excuse me. There it is. There's a cargo hold below, and that's basically all that this thing is. There's not much of anything else. The description that you're given is of a older man with tan skin, wrinkly, um, balding except for some white long hair around the sides and the back. He's missing a few teeth and, in general, just has an angry attitude. And that his name is Thomas. So, is there anything that you two would like to do as Tal and Blair follow you before going to the boat, or just go straight to the boat?
We should just go straight to the boat, I think.
Yep.
Okay. Heading down to the docks. For this just being a river town, there's a few docks. There's quite a few ships that are stationed up. Looking around, they kind of all look the same. So, who would like to lead trying to find the boat you're looking for?
I guess I can lead.
That's good. That's good, because Virgil would have disadvantage on this. As he's melting. Okay, Nekusar, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Perception. Oh, yeah, in here. Normal. 16.
16. All right. You start looking around, and because all these things kind of look the same, you start actually asking some questions, kind of giving the same basic description of who you're looking for in a name, as far as Thomas and his boat are concerned. It takes you probably about 15 or so minutes to find someone who tells you, that old grump can be found down there at the fall pier. And if you're supposed to be on a schedule, good fucking luck, he probably already left.
Well, thank you for your help, and we will head that direction to the end of the pier.
Excuse me. As you head that way that you were, that was pointed out to you, you do see a ship, still docked, but there is this kind of hunchback old man untangling the ropes to the dock, and he's like tosses it onto the boat, and he's getting towards the last one as he's unwinding it. You guys are probably like 80 feet away. What are you doing?
I will use message, and I will telepathically ask him, is he Thomas?
Kind of both in your mind and out loud, because of the way the spell works and his lack of understanding, goes, eh? What'd you say? Of course I'm Thomas! Huh? Turns around looking at you all.
We'll walk closer and say, we are your fare. I'm told you are supposed to be giving us passage.
Oh yeah? And how do I know you're my fare? My fare was supposed to be here 3 minutes ago. I'm shipping up and going out.
Well, we are getting on this boat.
You ain't getting on my boat.
If there's a ramp or something, I'm just going to start trying to walk onto it, or however is the way to get on.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a strength saving throw.
Nice. Let's see. Where do I do those? Saving throw. Normal.
See, I'm laughing. Because we rolled the exact same number, but his strength modifier is a little bit higher than yours.
He's stronger than me? I'm not weak.
As you're walking over, as you take a couple of steps onto the platform that's there, with a speed you weren't ready for, this old man turns around and pushes you off of the ramp, splash right into the river. Can Nekusar swim? What are you doing? What are you doing, Nekus?
I'm fucking flailing and I'm yelling for somebody grab me, help me.
Blair runs over. Because Virgil's useless, he'll melt. Blair runs over. Like, she's like looking around, and then she remembers the rope and hands down the rope. It's like, it's not very far drop. It's only 10, 12 feet. So hands down a few, which you can grab onto. Between the two of you, you guys pull up. And Tal kind of walks over to the old man and goes, the Order of the Fist sent us, Thomas. He like brings out his symbol. He's with me, and we're getting on this boat. And Thomas goes, "Huh? Well, why did you say you were with the Order? Can't just come up here and say you're my fare and expect me to believe you." Lucky the guy didn't drown, I guess. Alright, get on the boat, you fucking late bastards. So you all get onto the boat. The boat is very simple. There is one sail, small. There is just the wheel in the back. The deck is flat, and there's just the cargo hold. There's no like captain's quarters. There's no amenities as far as that is concerned. Kind of in the center of the ship, just in front of the mast, you can see where Thomas has quite a few rocks in a circle with some sort of metallic ring around the circle itself as well, and then he's got a tripod, and there appears to be some sort of black soot or ashes in the rocks. There's a few crates and things above here. Off to one side, you can see a fisherman's net just hanging there. But the boat itself, not very big. And this is not going to be a very fun experience. The boat, it might be 60 feet from the front to the back, and maybe 25-ish feet at the widest point. It's not a very big boat. However, in comparison to the river, which is only about 60 feet across, it's a giant. So you, excuse me, so you all get onto the boat. He finishes unwinding that last rope, tosses it over, kind of just lifts the plank and throws it over, and then with, again, a strange strength that doesn't make any sense, just jumps the now 8-foot gap between the dock and the ship itself. When he gets on board, you can see he takes the ropes, winds them around the posts they're supposed to be in, and then takes the plank board and just kind of sets it in front. In front, there's a set of stairs that goes down, and so he sets it across the opening. So instead of the opening to the stairs being like 10 feet long, it's more like, 6 to 8. Let's as you all get on the boat, Thomas goes, "All right, so going to Baldur's Gate, if I recall. And how quickly do y'all need to get there? Because That makes a difference here. Are we going like super fast or take our time?
A few days.
We'd
Few
prefer to
days.
be fast.
Fast, okay? Alright, alright. So what you're saying is I don't have time to be fishing. We're just going.
Preferably, we're just going. We have enough food for the journey.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, I would rather make some money and get some fishing done, but who am I? It's not my fucking life. Starts muttering, obviously. um, so, why don't we have Virgil within the Foundry chat type /R space 1d20. Just give me a d20 roll. /R space 1d20. So it's /R stands for roll, and then the number of d20 dice you're trying to roll. 17. Okay. All right. As the ship gets going, probably about 4 hours or so into. Actually, first things first. As the boat leaves. Okay. As the boat leaves and you're more in the water, so you're kind of rocking a little bit to the motion of the river itself. And the direction that the river flows is away from Baldur's Gate. So you guys are fighting against it. And Tal just suddenly turns really, really green, runs over to the side of the ship and releases his breakfast into the river. Uh, so for all intents and purposes, Tal is out of commission. He has river sickness. Blair looked like she was about to lose it, but then like steeled herself and just kind of okay. Um, but about 3-4 hours into your first part of this journey, the weather changes very quickly from a partially cloudy day to suddenly dark, stormy weather. And you can see little flashes of light in the distance, and the growl of thunder. Um,
I will take this over that town any fucking day.
I mean, you can finally take your bandages off. Where the fuck is Nekusar? There he is. And where's my old man? No, no. Ah. use him. He looks cool. And how do I make this here map? Activate the map.
Cool.
I should unpause the game. And it's raining. And it's dark. And our sounds need to change to rain and dark. Come on! You're right there. I had you up. Just do it. So if you remembered your Sirenscape, you've got super dope sounds for your storm happening right now. So as the boat goes through the river itself, and during this travel, you've seen where most of the time Thomas seems to be ignoring the rules of the river, just going straight up the middle of the river, and at times he'll move over and allow someone else to go past, and then he'll kind of take it back over. Luckily, so far lucky for travel is the wind is going against the river itself, which has been helping as far as distance, but that also brought in this storm. And it's very dark, and the lightning and the thunder just echoes around, and Thomas is like holding on to the wheel and going, "All right, well, this looks like it's gonna be a bad one. Either we press on and take our chances, or we anchor down. What do ye say?"
I think we should press forward as long as we can. Anchor down if need be.
Yes, it's not my boat, so you know more than me about the sailing thing.
I do, but you're the paying customers. If you don't mind a bit, a little bit of rough, then we might be okay. If you do mind, we might want to hunker down. Press it on then, righto?
Press on.
As you all pressing on with the journey on the river, at some point through this journey, Thomas goes, I'm gonna need some help. Someone's gonna have to bring that back down. And you can see that the sail is just flapping aggressively, dangerously within the constant back and forth that the wind has, and the boat will go forward and then it'll suddenly lurch back as the storm, whatever whatever this is just making a mess of this poor fishing boat. This poor boat.
I'll run in there and try to grab whatever rope or anything that's hanging down to try to secure it.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check. I'm not sure why there's a horse on this boat. Maybe I've got a horse cargo. Ooh, hot dog, 24. Yeah, easily enough. You can see there's actually two ropes. There's one on each side. They're currently tied down to the mast itself, but you could very easily untie them and then start pulling in order to get one side of the mast up. This is definitely going to be a team effort in order
I'm
to
gonna
get this up.
shout out for somebody else to get the other side.
I'll help him.
Okay. Easy enough to do as far as you know where it's at, Nexar. Pointing it out to Virgil. I need both of you to make strength checks. Not a saving throw, just a check. All right. As you're both pulling, Nakusar's goes up just a little bit higher than Virgil's. And eventually Virgil catches up, and you guys tie it on the rope spoke of the mast, getting it as tight as you can. I need both of you to make dexterity checks to see how tight you can get these ropes. Easy enough. Even with the rain making things more slick than they need to be, both of you managed to get the mast up. And Thomas kind of looks both of you over the excuse me, the rain making him look a little bit younger because you don't see the wrinkles quite as good, and his uneven hair just kind of sloshed around, kind of as he's holding on to the wheel, trying just to do his best to compensate for the back and forth turn, because the river is so narrow at times. Hitting one of the wall faces could be really bad. You're starting to see why Thomas likes the middle road, just because of the extra distance to maneuver here. And as the two of you get the sail up, tied down, he goes, "Well, that's not too bad. I'm glad you didn't drown. You know, back when I put..." Never mind, too soon. And as he's saying that, he looks forward and goes, "Holy shit! I need you all to get ready to roll initiative." As some sort of entity of water rises out from the river and is attacking you all. So at the top, if you click on the fist, you can see the initiative button for you to more easily take care of. And then I will auto roll for everybody else. Ooh, okay. So, at the top of the order is the water elemental. As this creature thing made of just water kind of rises up out of it, and you watch splash, splash, two tendrils strange, again, weird. It's water, but it's moving, and this monster lifts itself. Whoops! I don't want to have everybody checked. This creature lifts itself onto the ship. And he doesn't get very far. He only gets that far. And what does this do? Nope, can't. Nope. That's it. That's his turn. Thomas is just like, right. So you guys got that, right? All right, because I'm fighting the storm. You guys fight the fucking water thing. Yeah. Great conversation. Tal, you need to make a Constitution check to see if you're even useless or useful, because you have seasickness. Tal like stands up and then like falls to one knee. Tal's useless this turn. Virgil!
I don't think my attacks are going to do anything to a water elemental. But we can give it a shot, I guess.
Yeah, you can certainly try. So make sure that you have the elemental targeted before you do anything. No battle visual? Click on your token.
I see it in, like, on my screen. I just mean in Twitch. There's nothing.
Oh. Bloop. Thank you. So you have to have it targeted, and then you just click the dice for the item you're trying to use within your character sheet, if you didn't drag anything down to your hotbar. Trying out the heavy crossbow. Damn! It's not. Okay, how do I... Where is LM? A, B, C, D. There it is. There's that. Do workflow. There we go. All right. Virgil, as you take out your new heavy crossbow, kind of using your foot to click it into place, load these bolts, and a recoil you weren't expecting after using just hand crossbows for so long. The impact seems to hit into this thing's shoulder, splash of water going out. But the rain... Bloop, 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 bloop. It seems as though your attack had some effect, but not as much as you were hoping.
That will be my turn.
Blair! Blair's going to pull out her dope new sword, run over to this bastard and kill it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 20, 25, 30. She's going to get there. We have a target. She's going to smack it with her fancy longsword. Ooh, with a 24 that hits for 5 points of slashing damage. That's going to be her turn. That's all she's got. Nekusar.
Well, first I will hex. Then I will Eldritch Blast.
That 15 still hits. 11. Look at that. Ugh.
11 plus 1 for hex.
I took the 1 already.
Okay.
Well, I'm not sure why it makes you roll to attack. I'll have to figure that out. Your impact of your Eldritch Blast as it hits it square in the chest and then keeps going. You watch as the hole just closes up. And this monster of water still standing there. Top of the round, the water elemental. Let's see. Water elemental. Yep. It will just beat the fuck out of the nearest person it can. That's basically all it's gonna do. There he goes. Slam attack. Ooh! Oh, 25 hits Blair for 12 points of bludgeoning damage. But wait, this water elemental with its other fist swings again! Oh, the 13 misses, you lucky guy! Girl, whatever you are! And the water elemental
No, I forgot. For hex, I'm going to say Constitution.
okay. You watch as the water elemental just completely engulfs Blair in its form. As the water swirls around this thing and Blair's just sucked up into this crazy tornado. We'll find out what happens with that on Blair's turn. Captain holding the ship. Guardian Tal, can you be useful? Can you get over your sickness? Will you save the day? No! You will continue to dry heave on the ship. Virgil! There's those strange horse sounds. Wherever could they be coming from? Ooh, an 18 hits! As your bolt goes through this thing. Again, doing something, but not as much as you were hoping for. Blair! Blair, I need you to make some saves, because you're inside of a monster. You didn't make a strength saving throw, Blair. Could you do that for me? Strength. Saving throw. Normal. Of which you fail. Okay. Okay. 2d8. You're going to take another 14 points of bludgeoning damage. You are grappled, restrained, you can't breathe. Yep. That sucks for you, Blair. Minus 14. I think that's... Yep, that's it. That's your action to try to break away, which you failed. So now, you guys, since you have dark vision, you can see that Blair tries to swing her sword a couple of times to get out of this water elemental before releasing the sword and make some obvious drowning motions. Nekusar.
Well, I'm gonna get to the other end of the boat. Way back here. I will use the Hexblade's Curse. And I will Eldritch Blast.
Pew pew! Ooh! With your natural one, you miss! No!
And I'm gonna just shout out the captain quick. I think it's time to throw that anchor overboard and give us a hand here. Well, how do we destroy these things? You must have seen them before.
Alright, back to the top of the order. Water Elemental. With Blair trapped inside of its body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Comes over. Look! If you zoom in, you'll see blue blood! Blue blood! The water elemental appears to be hurt. Bits of it are leaking onto the boat. Ah, that's funny. But it's it just goes ahead and, you know, gonna kill Guardian Tal, who I don't want to be targeted. Stop targeting. There we go. Technically, I don't want her to be targeted either. There. Ah, we'll just know that she's in there. I don't want to give her more damage than what she needs. Technically he's prone because he's vomiting everywhere. So these attacks are with advantage. Sorry, Tal. Ooh, a natural 1 and 18! Oh! Another natural 1 and a 15. Oh, 2 hits, 2 heavy hits. Tal's just on the ground, dry heaving, rain everywhere, dripping off of his armor, and these massive fists just almost completely engulf him in water before. And he watches Tal, who was kind of kneeling, is like flat on the deck of the ship at this point. The captain, looking over at you, Nekusar, as you said what you said. I ain't never seen one of these fuck things before! I just knew water rising wasn't normal! This mission was supposed to be secret! Fuck! You see that he does put some sort of a wooden brace on one end of the wheel to kind of help compensate. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's as far as he can get this turn. Tal! You're pissed off after being hit. So you no longer have disadvantage on this check. Normal roll, buddy. Normal roll. Stand up. Nope. Fuck. You are still on the ground, useless. You can't focus. You can't think. Virgil.
And I'm going to move. Well, let's go. How do I move? Sorry.
So you have to have the people icon selected and then the 4 squares, or the 4 outside pointing arrows for select token. And then you just click and drag.
Then I will attack.
Okay. Make sure you have it targeted. Ooh. Nice. Oh! Pachoo! As your crossbow bolt hits! It does some damage. Blair, I need you to make... I think you continue making. Let me read this again. Yep, you gotta try to break the grapple. Strength check. Strength check. Break the grapple. You do not break the grapple. You continue drowning. That's not good. That's not good. Okay. That's Blair's turn. Nekusar.
Eldritch Blast!
Eldritch Blast! Oh! Lot of pew 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 pews. Lot of pews. But then you've got your hex and your hex. A lot of extra hex happening.
So, how do I roll? Here we go.
How does
I do
hex
not
work
know.
for you?
On hit. On hit, I roll a d6. So do you want me to just go...
Yeah,
roll
just do
one
a slash yard. Yeah, just do that. We'll do the 2, because you crit.
Oh.
All dice rolls. I know that I have a macro for hex somewhere, so 9 more points. We'll take that away. -9.
And then an additional 2 for the Hexblade Curse.
-2. Okay. Got it, got it.
And then I will use Quicken Spell, and I will Eldritch Blast.
Sorcery points? What sorcery is this? Damn! Damn! So another 3 more
14
points.
plus 3. Yeah. Please.
Yeah, it was. Virgil, you watch from your perspective as this blast of energy hits into this elemental. From your perspective, you can see Blair twitch upon the impact as well. As this water elemental starts, like, you watch as like one arm just splashes onto the deck of the boat, water everywhere. And as the elemental starts shrinking and trying to regrow an arm, and the rain's coming down, it's looking pretty rough. At the top of the order, it's the elemental's turn. The elemental goes into Tal's space. Tal, you're going to have to make some rolls here, bud. Because that recharged. Need you to make a strength saving throw. You are unfortunately sick, so your strength is shit right now. Sorry, bud. Because Tal had to die, I guess. Oh, that natural 20. Down to a 16. The 16 still saves. So as this elemental tries to absorb another person, Tal, who is sick and just dry heaving, you watch as Tal, with suddenly more energy than he's had all fucking day, just bursts completely out. As something, whatever mechanisms in his armor seem to react to this thing. That. I will say that that means Tal is standing. So these will just be regular attacks without advantage. 18 misses, and a natural 2 is going to miss as well. The elemental looking worse for wear. The captain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then action to go under. He goes below deck, rummaging for something. Tal, you're standing, but can you get over your sickness long enough to do something useful? You do! Yay! Tal, buddy! You can do something. Well, I mean, there's not a whole hell of a lot that you can do there, Tal. Let's see here. Other than basically save yourself, because you're hurt pretty bad. I think Tal's going to target himself, and he's going to cast Cure Wounds at the first level. Gaining some necessary hit points. And you're more of a ranged person, so I think you're gonna move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think you have 35 speed, so you're gonna come here. It does provoke an attack of opportunity. Oh, shit! So you don't move. As Tal tries to get away, this water elemental, obviously angry that this thing dares resist it from being consumed, just puts Tal into the ground. Virgil. You got Blair stuck in this thing. It's definitely lost a lot of its form. Blair's foot's kind of sticking out, but her head is still very much inside the chest of this water monster. Tal's on the ground. Virgil shoots and misses. Blair. Strength saving throw. Excuse me. Strength check? No, save. Strength saving throw. Whoo! With the natty 20! Boom! Blair pushes herself out of this bastard of an elemental. However, that's her action to do so. And she's just going to make sure her shield's out, sword at the ready. That's all she's got. That's all she's got. Nekusar. 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 Nekusar.
Well, now that I remembered it, I'm going to have Chanticleer swoop at the water elemental and try to distract it to give me advantage and to help.
You summon Chanticleer out of the pocket dimension that it's in.
And I Eldritch Blast. So do
3
I have
chances for 20. Oh yeah, Chanticleer gives you the help action. Yep. Your first attack is at advantageous.
Oh shoot.
That was not at advantageous.
No doubt. I don't remember. What do I have to hold again?
Alt. Advantage is alt. Yeah!
Ah, all the dice.
9 points! Plus some hacks!
Yes. Slash R1. D6.
And then your other thing just does 1?
2.
Does 2. Okay, so minus 6 more points of health. This thing is... You watch as it, like, splashes into a puddle, and then reforms and splashes into a puddle, and reforms, and bits of it are just falling, but the rain keeps pouring. Like a constant recycle of destruction and creation. This water elemental is barely holding on. Top of the order. Water elemental's turn. Water elemental gets its ability back with a 6. Water Elemental's gonna go back for Blair. Blair, you need to make a strength something. What is it? Strength... Save? Saving throw. The natural one, the elemental, gobbles up Blair yet again.
The extremes, nat 20 to nat 1.
And then he jumps into the water.
Oh, hell no.
Bye, Blair.
You guys, I need you all to make a dexterity saving throw. As you all feel, and the boat Nekusar, you fall prone onto the boat. Actually, I need to roll a d4 because you're on the edge.
Don't put me back in the water.
On a 1 and a 4, you're safe. On a 3 and a 2, you're on the edge. You're in the water. I rolled a 3.
Yeah.
Splash! Nekusar, you are thrown overboard. Virgil, you just manage as the boat heaves up, and at that, there's like a moment when the boat rocks back down. You're like in the air, and you land hard back onto the deck of the ship. Tal goes overboard.
Is there any rope around?
There's plenty. Well, actually, give me a perception check to see what you see in the storm. Nekusar, give me a perception check to see what you see underwater.
What is that under?
Excuse me. If you haven't noticed, if you have your token selected, up at the top of the screen is a black bar, and you can move your cursor over that black bar to get to the different things very quickly. And you just hit skills and click on perception, and it does it for you right from there. You do that for everything, except advantage and disadvantage don't currently work for it. Virgil, with a 16, as you're landing on the deck of this ship, you do note that there are ropes, but they're all tied up and onto something. There's not a loose rope. Nekusar, when you open your eyes, even with your dark vision, it is stupidly difficult to see underwater. You're still kind of reeling from the shock of being thrown overboard. You're not really sure if you're looking up, down, left, or right just yet. It's now the captain's turn. Ooh, actually, I need to make a roll for the captain. Captain, half your movement to get back up. And you're now back here. That is, and then your action to dash up. The captain comes up, looks over to you, Virgil, as he's running with this large anchor and chains. Are you the only one left? As he's running by.
No, two of them fell overboard. I need help up.
Tal, you are dying and drowning. It's automatic death saving throws. I'm gonna kill Tal. Oh no. Somebody save Tal! He's not here! Virgil! You're up skis.
I'm gonna ask the. I asked the captain, can we use that anchor to pull them up?
Captain's gonna, free action, easily say, no, it's not a rope!
Isn't there a rope attached to it?
Oh, there's chains attached to it.
Gotcha.
It's not a lifeline rope. He was asked to anchor the boat, so he went below deck to get the anchor and chains for the boat. He's still in that process. You do see ropes around. Again, they're kind of chained up or tied up. But on this north side, there is the two main ropes that were used to anchor this boat to the dock. You're not sure how long they are, but there is one that's further to the, excuse me, as you're looking at the map, the east side, that if you wanted to attempt to get to unravel and either toss to Tal or toss to Nekusar. I don't know what you're trying to do here, but you do see. Here, let me do this. Let's do. Where's that? Nope. Nope. Really? Nothing? There. There's one here. One here.
Alright, so
One here. And there's one here.
alright, so I'm gonna go grab these two. And then just see how long they are. If there needs to be tied together or something.
Which two? So the two up at the top.
Yeah, the two that I can see.
So you can see four. There's two on the northern side and two on the southern side. You do know that they are mounted to those posts at one end. They only have one free end. So you'd have to do some cutting or something in order to match two together. So either you've got two ropes that are, you're not sure how long, but you can kind of toss over, and it's still going to be an action to do, so you can basically get to one. You're not sure how long they are. I mean, from your perspective, you don't even know where Tal is. You don't know where Nekusar is. You have no idea where Blair is. You just know they both went over water. Or over into the water, excuse me. Who are you going to try to save first? Let's start there.
Preferably the one that's dying.
So you don't, as far as you're concerned, both Tal and Nekusar are dying.
Oh.
Now you did see Tal smash into the deck of the ground of the boat first, and Nekusar was still standing. So going by that logic, you could go towards Tal, which then means you are. Where is my measuring? There you go. You are going from here to here in order to get to this section of rope. And you'll have to see if you can find Tal and make a decision of what you're going to do from there.
Alright, that's what I will do.
All right. Go ahead and give me a perception check as you're looking through this water with your dark vision, trying to find Tal. 11. As you're undoing the water and you're looking down, the way the rain is just coming, you don't see anything but black as far as the water is concerned. You can toss the rope or jump in and see what you do. I mean, what are you trying to do? You have no idea where Tal is.
I guess I'm gonna blindly throw the rope into the water and see if maybe he's there to grab it.
All right. All right. Roll a d20 in the chat again. Hey, there you go. All right. You toss the rope in a direction you hope Tal is in. That's your turn. Nekusar.
So would I have seen the other people go off the boat?
Before you fell off, you would have seen Tal fall off, yes. But you don't know where he is. You did a quick look when you first fell, and you were kind of disorientated and trying to figure some things out. At this point, it would be an action to better look. And see what you see. Or you can always try to get out of the water back onto the boat. What do you want to do?
Would I be capable of swimming to that side of the boat?
You can certainly try. You do know that the current of the river is going from west to east. So you're going to have to be kind of swimming against that to get that direction. Right now, even the ship is actually moving backwards. As there's nothing, since you guys lifted the sail, and there's nobody got any oars out or anything. So the ship itself is moving backwards. So you're going to have to compensate for the ship coming back to swim under it in order to get to the other side. So it's definitely possible. It's just a matter of skill check.
Say if I cast Expeditious Retreat on myself, which lets me cast the dash or use the dash action additional time on my turn. Would I be able to get over there then? If I dashed and then had extra movement?
I would... How far away... I would say that the DC would be less.
Alright, let's try this out. And then I am going to attempt to swim to this side of the boat.
So I need you to roll an athletics.
Athletics check.
Athletics check. Compensating for all of that.
Only a 9.
Even with your speed boost, as you dive under there's a sudden you can see when you're under because you have dark vision. Now that you're trying to be calm and just go, you cast the spell on yourself and you dive under the ship as the ship's moving back, back, back. As you're swimming, you look to your left and you see this weird, blurred out version of Blair under the boat, looking at you with eyes wide open, mouth. And then looking further north, you see Tao just sinking, his armor carrying him down to the bottom. As you only get, even with your speed, just the sheer distance of this, you only get to about here. You're still kind of under the boat. The boat came back at you quicker than you were anticipating.
Okay.
That's your bonus, your action. That's everything that you've got. Top of the order, water elemental. You, Nikasar, you can see as the form of Blair just gets further and further and further away from you all with this unnatural speed.
Do I see the sword? Priorities.
Give me a perception check.
Humans are replaceable. Wondrous items, not so much. Perception?
Yep. You do see that sword floating right along with her. Captain's turn. 1, 2, 3. Coming over here, putting a chain on this post, chucking the anchor over. Nexar, you hear sploot and then see whoosh, this huge anchor go down into the ground. You watch the chain eventually get taut. The anchor drags a little bit before catching onto something. And then you hear another sploosh as he jumps into the water. Now, he needs to see if he can see anything. That's his turn. You see the old, grumpy, angry man swimming towards something in the water. Oh no. Where are... Oh, there we go. Suffocating. Okay. Virtual. You see the anchor being tossed over. You see Captain Thomas jump into the water. What do you do?
What the hell?
Good start, good start. What the hell? Do you summon Hellfire to put out the rain?
Don't think I have that ability.
No, oh, maybe not yet. Hellfire, not yet. What are you doing, Virgil?
I'm gonna yell. Maybe they'll hear me. Say, you guys out there? Show yourselves.
Just gonna yell for somebody? Is that it?
That's it.
Alright. Necrosar.
Alright, so I can see Tal.
You can see... Give me a perception check. And the water is rough. Especially with the dark... I know you have dark vision, but... And magical broken dark vision at that.
Only a 9.
You see a sinking dark shape that Captain Thomas appears to be swimming towards. So you could assume that that's Tal. Or he dropped a sack of potatoes that he's jumping after it.
I would like to assume that is Tal.
Okay.
May I try to swim towards...
Yeah. And your expeditious retreat's still up, right? As long as you're concentrating on it?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and give me a athletics check again.
Skills. Athletics. A 13?
You kind of using this new anchor chain in the direction that Thomas is going, use that to your advantage, and you and Thomas get there at about the same time. You are probably, at this point, about 20 feet underwater.
Okay. I would like to work with Thomas on trying to swim to the surface.
Okay. All right.
With Tal.
Yeah, with Tal. So
Yeah.
when it, okay. How do you convey that to Thomas? You're underwater. You can't really speak. What are you motioning?
I'm just gonna grab him with my hands,
Okay.
look over, see him there, and just go,
Okay.
hold the breath. Or I get... Oh, no. I can't message when I am
Nope. It's
underwater.
a verbal
It's
component.
verbal.
Yep. It happens to be top of the order. Water elemental is gone at this point. Thomas, taking cue from you, the both of you come up. Virgil, you see Thomas and Nagusar coming out of the water with Tau in between their hands, and Thomas says, "I don't think he's breathing." Thomas grabs a hold of the rope that you tossed out, Virgil, kind of wraps his arm around it, gets a good hold on Tal, and starts pulling. Virgil, it's your turn.
Alright, so I'm gonna help him pull them in.
Okay. I'll say that between all of that, Tal is up. He is up. And Nekusar, I think you're a little bit closer. I don't think they pulled you up, but you were kind of with them. So you're closer. The rope is there for... because Virgil can't pull all three of you.
I was gonna say, when we reached the surface, would I have had any time to dump a potion down his throat?
So it was your action just to get over there, and then you kind of... well, it was your movement to get over there, and you kind of used your action to help him with the two of
Yeah.
you going up. So it's... that happened so quickly, you're not ready
Okay.
for it.
No, gotcha. Yep.
And then it's Virgil's action to pull everybody up. But now we're back to your turn, Nekusar. You're still in the water. The rope's right there. But climbing is an action. Unless you have a climb speed. It's an athletics check to jump up. That's an action. Unless you have a climb speed somehow.
I don't have a climb speed. I can just dash. So, but that doesn't help in this situation.
Unfortunately, it does not. And to my knowledge, nobody handed out the potions.
I still have one on my person, so I am going to shout to the two guys up top, I need one of you to catch this! And I'm just gonna kinda...
blindly toss the potion up.
I hope they were paying attention, and I'm gonna, like, shout, wait a second, hope I get their attention.
Okay.
And if I get their attention, it's just... Kobe!
Give me a dexterity roll plus your dexterity modifier. Because you're trying to finesse this. You're not trying to just smash and go. You're trying to lob and toss just high enough.
So, dexterity roll. Just dexterity ability check.
Okay. Virgil, go ahead and give me a dexterity roll. Oh dear. Okay. So, as Nekusar tosses this up, Virgil reaches out to get it, but it's slick in his hand, misses, falls down, but somehow Captain Douche Nozzle here rolls a natural 20 on his dex check as it's falling down, about to just crash and spill everywhere. Thomas catches it. What do I do with this?
Pour it down his throat.
Tunk.
Make him drink it.
And shoves the potion down his gullet.
And if I can, I'll just grasp the rope and get ready to climb up whenever I'm capable.
Okay. Tal.
Dun, dun, dun.
Starts coughing up a bunch of water. Oh, I hate boats. Since Tal is alive, we will effectively end combat. Easy enough for Nekusar to get back up here. That was luck, because I was 2 and 2. This was going to be a deciding factor for Tal to live or die. damn it! I mean, yay! All right, Tal, you get a healing potion here, bud. Let's click. Make sure you are targeted. Target. Inventory. Potion of healing. Use. There you go, bud. Nice 8 points of HP. And after some coughing and looking around and like, what? Where's Blair?
She gone. The water ate her.
Water eats people now?
Apparently.
I watched as she was dragged off. It's an absolute shame.
As you say that, he
weapon
puts a
is
quick
so valuable.
weapon? That's what you're worried about?
Yeah.
I mean, what should I expect? 2 people of darkness. Of course you don't care.
On this adventure, I've partied with a dozen people, but I've only seen 2 weapons that impress me.
And so that sword was one of them?
I was hoping it would be.
Well, maybe you should go after it then.
Hey, Captain, would you happen to have a strong magnet?
What's a magnet? I got a net. I'm not sure if that's a magnet. I'm not. What? I do have a net. Are we fishing? I can go for some fishing. If we're fishing, we're good. I don't have a magnet though.
Would you be able to fish out a sword?
I mean, maybe. I've caught stranger things with my fish net. Caught a hook. Not like a fishing hook, but like a person's hook. That was a weird day.
That lady that was on board with us had a very valuable item. It is now in the water.
So the water that just attacked us. You want to like try to take something from it? Is that what you're saying?
Precisely.
I would like to take the rest of the life from it.
Well, he gestures all around. There's plenty of it.
But not all of it is living like that was.
How do you know? Maybe it's all living and that one's just the one we pissed off. I'm not so sure I want to be a fisherman anymore. Never had water attack me like that. I've been in storms before. But not like a water person attacking. That's going to give me nightmares. Right then, I'm gonna have to go under to see if it did any damage to the hull. Don't die or get pulled underwater.
Do you have anything for sleeping in the lower deck?
I mean, there's the floor.
Okay.
Splash. And did it do enough damage to hurt anything? One minute. 2 minutes. About 4 minutes goes by before you hear him jumping back up and climbing up. There's a little bit of damage. We're taking on a little bit of water, but we should be fine. Y'all want to press on or be done for the day?
Well, if we are taking on water, it's better if we keep moving, I would say.
Well,
The
if we're
longer we
moving,
wait,
some of you are going to have to row.
I don't know if everybody is in the condition to be rowing at the moment. But
Wish
I
could
would
give it a
try.
Tal goes, I am not a strong person. I'm smart. No, rowing's not my thing. I mean, he could make little cats, but they can't like move a ship. At least not yet.
Make them, little turbines, just push it.
Although he does go, if you can point out the damage, I might be able to at least fix it. Well, that'd be really handy. Splash. Splash. Make sure. Splash back up. Nope, can't fix it underwater. Let's try down here. Alright. The boat is repaired. For now. Thing a little mending couldn't fix. Right, so who's rowing? Gonna need one on each side. Gonna need some rowers.
I guess I will row.
That's one side. Need another volunteer for the other side.
I'll row.
There we go. And I will keep a lookout. And maybe take a short rest and spend some hit dice. Right. The rest of the evening, not quite as eventful.
Before we head out, can
Yep.
I take a really good mental note of the area we're in? Trying to remember this exact spot if we do have a way to come back for the sword.
So you definitely can, but you definitely remember that it was inside the thing that had Blair as it was going against the
Swimming
current
off.
away. Yeah. But you can take a mental note of this particular area and try to come
Great.
back to it another time. Although Thomas does throw out the fishing net to drag from behind, just to see what you get. See what happens. It's not one of those magnets, but we'll see if we can't fish up a sword or two. Nakusar and Virgil, I need you both to give me athletics checks. As you are fighting against the current, let's see how things go. As you two are doing your best to keep time with each other, at one point, Tal starts doing a motion like this to help you guys keep in time, but that just irritates one of you, probably Virgil. So he stops, and then you got one going faster than the other. So Thomas is in the back, trying to adjust, counter steer from the rowing to keep the boat still straight. Throughout all this, throughout your journey, there are a few ships that are going with the current of the river, so they're going quite a bit faster. And so at those times, again, Thomas is moving your guys' ship up as letting the others go back down and through. About another 3 hours of travel, it does get darker, and the storm subsides a little bit. I said it subsides a little bit. Thank you. At this point, Thomas goes, "Well, what do y'all want to do? It's getting really dark in this storm, and I know it's let up some, but I'm not sure how good visibility's gonna be. We could put a lookout lantern and keep on trucking, or we can drop anchor for the night. You all were kind of in a hurry, but we did just literally fight water. Not
Yes,
sure
and
what
I
you're thinking.
feel if we continue to fight trying to paddle upstream, we're just going to make ourselves exhausted.
We should
So I am
dock
fine.
and rest.
Right, so we could definitely throw out the anchor again." And he puts that block on the wheel to keep it from jarring left and right. First, he gets you guys closer to one of the edges. Then he puts a block, chucks out the anchor. He goes, "Now, there have been from time to time pirates that go up and down here. So we're still going to have to keep a lookout. However, I do make a mean fish stew if y'all are hungry." I'm going down below to cook some grub, is what I'm saying.
Sure, why not?
We will alternate lookouts, or how do you want to do this?
can
I
go
don't
first.
mind staying awake through the darker hours.
Well, I can't see shit at night, so I don't mind taking the first watch until it gets too dark to be able to see anything. Now, I'll have the lantern out, so they'll see me, but within a certain distance, I'll be able to see them. And hell, if I die, at least y'all have some warning. And then I'll wake up the next person, and so forth and so on. I guess who wants the super pitch black? Who can see really good in darkness?
I believe I see the best in the darkness.
Right, then that makes you the middle watch. And Virgil, Virgil, can you see in the dark?
Yes.
There we go. There's our thing. There's our peeps. Tal looks a little banged up. He might need a little bit more rest than some of us. Anywho, we still got a little bit I'm gonna go make some sup, and we'll have our night. And we're gonna go ahead and go to break. Take a little potty break, get some refills. We will be back 5 or 10 minutes. We'll be back to see if we can continue this treacherous journey on the river where the water attacks you. Stay tuned. 3, 2, 1. Haha, we're live. I really didn't give you guys much of any warning. I just bloop jumped right on in. Some of you may or may not notice that Virgil has changed. It's fine. It's all good. I gotta move Virgil's token because now it's blocking your face. Where is Virgil's token? There it is. Unlock Virgil's token. We're just gonna move it up here.
There's like
There.
a foot worth of height difference. I'm sorry.
No, don't move. I already fixed it. It's already done. It's fixed. It's done. It's fine. Thank you. Love it. Perfect. Okay. Welcome back. So Thomas has made some sort of food stock with fish. There is warm soup to be had, and he kind of goes, if any of you guys got any biscuits or anything, it's quite good if you just dip your biscuit inside the broth. Let the dried biscuit kind of soak it up, and it's real good. It's real good. Help yourself. Kind of. There's a few roughly carved wooden bowls out. They're nothing perfect, but they're not going to give you splinters either. That he kind of ladles up his own soup with. He's got a biscuit he's dipping in, and he just kind of sitting back, lighting a cigar, enjoying his soup. Eventually, dinner is had. Thomas goes to the back of the ship at some point, and just kind of tells you all right, now y'all might as well get your rest. I'll keep the first lookout, like we agreed, and I'll get Nekusar awake when I'm dead, when it's as dark can be. But I'm basically useless up here, even with a lantern. So you all start your process of long rest. If there's anything you all want to talk about before going to rest, now's your time, as Thomas is above deck and the rest of you are below.
Can we pull that net in and see what we've caught?
Oh yeah, I'm going to be doing that while I'm up here, yeah. You really want to see if we caught that fancy toothpick of yours? Let's see. He starts pulling the net in. He's got this rope that's on the other end. He starts pulling that, so the net rolls up. And Nekusar, why don't you roll a d20 for me, since you really want this sword. Roll a d20.
Come on.
As he's pulling this thing back, he eventually gets it to... He gets the rope to the center mast, where you can see there's this wheel-like contraption. And the bit of the rope has a hook on it, and he hooks into this wheel-like contraption and starts rolling it in. The net comes up, and as it pulls, it pulls the net taut, like adjustable waistband. When you pull the band, the waist gets smaller and smaller. This is similar. As he pulls, it's mounted to one end, and it's pulling this one end, drawing the net closer and closer together. As he pulls it up, the back of the ship goes Just not to that degree, but enough that you can tell there's a significant weight back there. As he locks the winch into place and goes back, he starts looking around and goes, well, let's see here. That's an alligator. There's a couple of mackerel. Oh, look at that catfish there. That's a good one. And he tosses the alligator out. Doesn't really care about that. Takes the catfish, throws it onto deck. Some of the smaller fish he just kind of lets go. There does appear to be kind of caked in mud something that might be a sword, and he starts digging through this caked up mud, and he throws something onto the deck, and hear a clank, clank, clank. And he goes over and wipes the rest of the mud off. Well, it's a sword. And he holds up this rusted, potch-marked blade. The wooden hilt is smooth. It's been down there so long. The leather just falls apart. But I don't think it's quite the fancy one you were saying your companion had. But it's a sword.
I have to say, I am impressed that you actually caught one.
I gotta say, me too.
Not the one I was looking for. For shame.
Oh well, I'll keep it. Melt it down. But this catfish is gonna be good eats. Kunk. Starts going through the process of cleaning it. While the rest of you basically go back down to get whatever rest that you can. A sword found, but not the one you wanted. Let's see. How does... Alright. As the night progresses, Tal seems to have gotten over whatever river sickness he had with the rocking of the boat. After, dying and coming back, your caring about some things changes a little bit. Rest is had. Eventually, around midnight-ish or so, Nekusar, you are awoken by a very calloused hand on your shoulder, aggressively shaking you. All right, it's your turn. And he just assumes you're going to get up. He goes over and he pulls out of one of the crates a hammock. There's a couple of hooks between two beams where he hooks it. And he goes into the hammock, and within minutes, he's sleeping. Do you stay down there, or do you go up top, Nekusar?
No, I go up top.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check. $17. Not too shabby. As you're looking around with your stupid infernal sight beyond sight, the rain has let up even more. You kind of think by morning this particular storm might be over with, depending on how your luck holds. You do see from behind you, probably about 4 to 600 feet back, you do see a small light casting casting a little glow on another ship. And it does seem to be getting closer. Do you still have the lantern lit that he had, or did you have that put out so you could see better?
I just snuffed it.
Okay. So you can see, like, on this river, that the five, maybe again 400 to 600 feet behind you, is a ship. Appears to be getting closer. Ahead of you, you do see a couple of other light sources, like further towards Baldur's Gate, that aren't getting any closer. They seem to be ships that are anchored for the night. As again, this is quite the busy riverway. It's from one big city to another big city. So, but at least one is headed your way.
Well, I'm just gonna assume everything's alright, but I'm gonna kind of hang out near the stairs and get ready to go shouting, waking everybody up
Oh yeah.
if I feel something's off.
The ship slowly gets closer. It's not going very fast at all. It's not like rushing to get to you or anything. Probably within an hour, it's probably about 300 or so feet away. It's not extremely fast, especially fighting against the current. What's the range in your stupid sight? 2 something, 250, 260, 700,
I think it's
240?
300. I'll just double check here.
I just want to make a Leon Warlock so I can go Eye of Thundera, grab me sight beyond sight. I just want to make a Thundercat.
That's all that keeps going through my head when you first said it. I was
Why?
like, man,
No.
the movie quotes tonight have just.
Here we are. No, only 120 for Devil Sight. You can see normally in darkness
All right.
to a distance of 120.
All right. So even at the 300 feet, you can't really see too much. That light kind of interferes with your sight at such a distance. As it gets closer, maybe about 200 feet away, you can start to see a figure next to the light, but you can't tell any sort of details. Maybe another 45 minutes. It's now at the cusp of your sight. You're 120 feet. And you can see that they're on the end of of whatever is coming, whatever boat or ship is coming. They seem to have some sort of mast where their lantern is hanging from, and you just see someone lazily leaning against it, just kind of looking out. They don't seem to notice you. And their course appears to be for a direct collision.
And how far out are they?
They're at the far edge of your sight. So just the very front of their ship is the 120 boat is 120 feet away. So you're just now starting to make out any sort of detail. The rain makes a lot it makes it where you can't really hear too much. Sight is still kind of weird. And if you didn't have your spectral or your devil sight, you wouldn't have seen anything
Well, I'm gonna
other than the
look at
light
the
source.
sky and message into my hands, change the course of your boat.
You can see like whoever this is like, what the fuck? He like takes the lantern off and tries to stretch it out further, like looking.
I will again. You're about to collide with another boat. Turn your boat now.
What? That's all you get back.
I know this is hard for you to comprehend, but go to the wheel and turn your boat.
You can see that he turns around and you can guess he's trying to say something to someone. You can see instead of the lantern being moved around so many different places, it seems to be more stationary position again. And the ship starts to slow down. And as it slows down, it's still getting closer. So it's 100 feet away. And then 80 feet away.
I will.
7. It's slowing down. It is slowing down, but they're slowly coming to whatever stop. And about 50 feet away, it finally stops. Give me a perception check.
A nat 20 for
So
25.
you can see that there's now 2 people up at the front. One of them is holding out that lantern, like doing one of these numbers. And you can see somebody else is doing this. And you can hear through the rain, "It's common courtesy to have a light on to know that we are about to hit another ship."
After I hear that, I'll just walk over, relight the lantern, I guess.
As you relight the lantern, it takes a little bit. It's raining. Then you hear, "Thank you! Would have been nice to know that a while ago! Good night!"
And then I'll just message back to the one still again. Good night.
You see that same guy like look around, go, "Could you?" Like you could see him like pointing to his head, and the
Yeah,
other guy's
nothing
like,
to the other guy.
you can see that they leave a lantern lit, and they keep a couple of people up top as a watch. But from this distance, you can see oars are being pulled back into the ship, and they're basically docking for the night as well. Closer than is comfortable for you, but they are still further than they would have been had you not said anything. The rest of your watch, seemingly uneventful.
Well, I'll go down and give Virgil a shake, and it's your time. I know you don't like the light either, but I guess you need it on in the middle of the river here so another boat doesn't run into you. Don't worry about that one nearby.
Noted. And I get up and do patrol.
All right, Virgil, give me a perception check for your patrol.
11.
Virgil, as you are up at night, looking around, kind of leaning against the mast, looking left, that boat's still there. Looking right, still those over there. Rain still coming down, but it's kind of warm. And you're so sleepy. Ah. Virgil, you're woken up again in the morning by a very angry Thomas. Let's see. You're over here seeping. You're over here seeping. You're over here seeping. Chanticleer is probably with you sleeping. This guy comes over and... Yep. Ooh. You take 10 points of bludgeoning damage as Thomas, seeing you sleeping on the job, just straight up, boom, punches you in the face. You go reeling off to the side, being woken up by that, rolling around, standing up, dagger ready to fight. Not sure what just happened, what's going on, and there is this tanned old man with a hunchback, missing teeth, white hair around the sides and in the back, balding up top here. Kind of actually skinny but semi-built. He's got like really massive calves and really like forearms are a little bit bigger on him. And he goes, "What do you think you're doing sleeping on the job?"
Wasn't intentional. I should probably eat.
Eat! And he's like just getting so angry. He's like, "There was fucking stew last night. What do you mean? If I catch you sleeping again, I'm fucking tossing you over."
I'm sure you could try.
I mean, you saw him kick Nekusar off
Very
into
true.
the water.
I did see that too. Let me backtrack there. I just kind of give him a nod and walk.
So go ahead and hit the long rest button, everybody. Get your stuff back.
So that 10 points of bludgeoning is after the long rest, right? Because he got
Yeah.
fucked up by it. Okay,
Uh-huh.
just double checking there.
Yepers. As morning has come, Thomas once again kind of chucking to himself. Ooh, excuse me. He tosses the what he's begun to call the magnet down into the water. He sees how close that other ship got to, and he just starts yelling at the other ship before the other ship was like, "You didn't have your light on?" And then he just kind of goes, God, fucking newbies. I should have known. Um, the the same apparatus that he used to pull the net up, he hooks the anchor, the hook of the anchor to, and starts reeling the anchor back up. Once it's up enough, he just kind of tosses it onto the deck and he goes, "Well, I guess I won't put that away since we needed it yesterday." Alright, well, let's see how far we can get today before the fucking water attacks us. And since I think Nekusar, no, that was Virgil who did it last time, right? Who did the weather last time? I
Virgil.
already forgot. Yep, so Nekusar, do the weather this time. Roll a d20. Let's see how today's gonna be.
Whoops. Better, please.
16, which is really close to 17, and 17 gave you attacking water. However, with a 16, it's within the first couple of hours of your trek. You and Virgil are having to row, and the weather breaks. Female weather effect is none. It turns into a nice and sunny day. The wind picks up a bit in your favor, so you're able to pull the oars in, and for this day's travel, seemingly uneventful. 8 hours on the river. Nice, clear days, able to see for miles. Plenty of ships still going up and down. That ship that's almost ran into you the night before, a little bit faster than this one, so it eventually passes you all. You, excuse me, the traffic here is it's again, it's between one place to another. At some points, the river itself is a mile wide. At other points, it's only the small map of 60 feet wide, so it's very windy or windy wide and just has no rhyme or reason. As it gets closer to dusk, Thomas yet again goes, "Alright, so we made some good time today, but know you all are in a hurry. We did lose some time yesterday with the whole storm and fighting the water thing and docking. I'm not sure if you all want to press on for the night to try to make up your time, or if we're gonna just pull over and anchor up."
I would say press on.
Kid, I remember we talked about it, but I don't remember the exact amount of time. How long did we estimate it would take the convoy to travel there on foot and horse and stuff?
So the on-foot distance from El Terrell to Baldur's Gate is the better part of, depending on how hard they want to push things, 4 to 7 days. So going through the river, even against the river, is overall faster.
Mm-hmm. And Thomas, how far away do you expect us to be at this point?
Well, had we not lost some distance yesterday, we would have been another day out, but at this point we're probably a day and a half or so.
Then, if we can push through the night, I'd like to.
We can give it a shot. Um, Worst case scenario, the water attacks us again. Or we're boarded by pirates. Or the strange horse noise that keeps appearing, even though I don't have a horse on my boat, attacks us in the night. I don't know.
Well, yet again, it is your boat. I can't captain this thing alone, so I would prefer to push on if possible.
Right, how about we split the difference? We push on for a few more hours past dusk here. And then we just hunker down.
That should suffice.
If we could do that for the next 2 days, we will kind of catch up. We do that tonight, and then tomorrow we should be able to dock in Baldur's Gate if we press on. Now, I don't know if the docks will be open by the time we get there. But we can certainly try. All right, so with the general consensus being press on, the 3, 4 of you, Chanticleer, shut up! Gosh, damn birds. The you all press on. When it gets to a certain point, travel does become slower as he has to light the lantern, and he kind of goes, all right, now I know some of you can see real good, so I'm gonna move this lantern to the back. One of you is gonna have to be up front and be my eyes. You gotta not only watch for other things, other boats, but things in the water too, rocks and whatnot. You gotta pay attention. If we hit a rock, that would be bad.
I could try to be your eyes.
Perfect. You see something, you just kind of point it out to me, and we'll see if we can't maneuver around it.
I will help Nekusar and keep an eye out.
All right, Nekusar, roll with advantage. As Virgil is... You guys are kind of splitting it in half, where Virgil's keeping the close distance looking around, and Nekusar's doing the far distance looking around. Between the two of you, with a 22, Nekusar, hot dog. You guys get about another 3 hours of travel before Thomas says it's time to drop anchor, as he just can't handle. He just can't hang. He can't see. It's a stressful situation. He's hungry, and it just doesn't feel as safe anymore. But between the two of you, you're able to guide around a couple of rocks, and there was a smaller ship with no lights on, trying to be very sneaky. Before Nekusar, as they were getting closer, Nekusar just kind of unleashed an Eldritch Blast in the water next to them, and he watches their boat suddenly makes a turn away and just keeps going down. Right, so still got that fish stew if you're hungry. And towel's all good now. I'm going to bed. Or the hammock. Whatever y'all want to call it. Remember to leave the light on so nobody runs into us. Good night. So it's up to you. He's left it up to you to decide who's doing what shift, where, and when, and how. All three of you have dark vision, so you decide who takes what. Who goes first?
I'll go first this round, just since I fell asleep this morning.
I'll take the middle one.
And Tal at the end. Perfect. Before Orestes has, is there anything you two want to do or say or pray to, summon? Sounds like a no. In that case,
Nope, good.
Virgil, give me a perception check. Ooh, that was almost good. And then it wasn't. That 15 was right there, and then blop. Looking around, you see a couple little lights over there, a few lights of ships over there, and you start wondering, like, they kind of look like stars. I wonder if stars are just little lanterns in the sky. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten a heart in a couple of days. That would be fireflies. Fireflies caught up in the big bluish black thing. It's not exactly Lion King. But for your purposes, your watch seems to go by uneventfully. So you can go and wake up the Nekusar.
And I do. I go wake up Nekusar.
Alright. Nekusar, if you would please give me your nightly perception roll. Looking
15.
about with your 15. It could get darker. If only all these lights weren't fucking on. Ruining perfectly good darkness. Mortals are so weak. Useless. I wonder where that sword is.
Yes.
Your watch seems to go by uneventfully. And then you go wake up Mr. Towel, who will make his check. So the night goes by without any noticeable issues. Morning comes. And the day is yours. Verum starts wheeling in the magnet. Nekusar, if you want to roll your d20 to see if you're somehow finally get your Sword of Dragon Slaying item that you manipulated 2 crews into trying to get.
Oh,
As the as the as the net is being pulled up, you guys can see that the net itself is just shredded. Cuts all in the net, and kind of hanging on one sliver of rope is some sort of muddy hilt thing before that snaps and falls into the water. And he goes, "Well, son of a bitch! Damn it, I knew I should have called it a magnet." Naming things. Always curses them. Now I gotta repair that net. Well, Nekusar, there was something on there. If you want to jump in after it, it's all you.
I don't know what that was, so I will prefer to stay aboard the ship.
Okay. Move towel over to that. Nekusar, you might want to jump in.
Why? What did you see?
Uh, just for funsies, I cast Detect Magic, and there's a little bit of magic down there.
I'll find a rope on the side here and I'll tie it around my waist.
Okay.
I'll kind of strip off some of my heavier robes and anything that would slow me down swimming.
Okay.
I'll turn to Thomas, ask him how deep the water is here.
Thomas goes, we're probably maybe 30 feet at max.
Okay, and I'll dive overboard.
As you get ready to jump over, Tao goes, "Alright, so whatever it was, it's out of my range now," but he points to a section. It goes right about there. I don't know if it's moved at all, though. It's just, I couldn't tell what school it was. It was too far, but I don't know. It's magical. So, with a direction, you jump into the water.
But before I jump in, if he tells me that, I'm just going to say, if anything pulls on the rope, pull me back in.
Okay. And splash! Under you go. Give me just a straight perception roll. It would have been disadvantaged, but he pointed out where to look. So now you're swimming under. You're using your hands. You're feeling around. And your hands do land on something. It's definitely a hilt of some kind. With your dark vision, it's even underwater, it's hard to say if this is what you're looking for. You also found a shoe.
I'll probably leave the shoe.
Okay.
I'll choose to do that. But whatever's easier for me, I'll either tug on the rope or I'll just swim up to the surface with the sword.
Okay. Tugging on the rope. You feel the rope being pulled. And as you climb up with the help of them, with the sword back onto the deck and kind of wiping off some of the mud, there's looks to be a long sword that doesn't have any rust or pochmark on it. And
Does it?
Tao goes, did you find anything else? As he's looking at the sword and looking at you.
I found a shoe.
Oh, maybe it was the shoe then. Do you want to go back in for the shoe, or you gonna leave the shoe?
Do you still sense this item?
Once it hit out of my range, I lost it.
Well, why don't you dive in with me if you can?
Cause I can't swim. I'm wearing full plate, and I'm weak as can be without my full plate.
Well, I guess I will just try one more time. You never
Okay.
know what could be there.
All right.
You're lucky. I can't believe I'm trusting you.
So pull the rope, and we'll pull you up.
Yes, if anything pulls on the rope, pull me up.
Will do. And you splash back in again, heading towards that section of dirt that was kind of pointed out. I need you to roll another. At this point, it's going to be an investigation check. Back as he's doing that, up the top side, Tal looks over at you, Virgin, and goes, "There's nothing else. The sword's really magical."
Another 17.
That's great.
With the 17, you found that shoe and its companion. You found both of the shoes. And as you're looking around, the shoes are kind of sticking up like this. And as you're moving dirt and things in the shoes, there's skeletal legs. And then moving more dirt, there's a pelvis. And eventually you uncover a body, a complete skeleton body with these shoes. The shoes appear to be tied together, and you can see the frayed bits of rope. And not far away is another section of frayed bit of rope where there appears to be tied around a large rock.
And I don't see anything else on them. No amulets, rings, nothing like that nearby.
Just these leather shoes.
So I'm just gonna grab the shoes, yank at them, let the bones break or joints fall apart, and
Yep.
give a tug on my rope and come back up for air.
All right. As you kind of grab where the straps are to get them both, the straps break. The leather straps between the two just old and decaying. Grabbing onto the shoes themselves, you can just by feeling, you can tell that they're useless. They are trash. There's no way this was the source of magic. It must have been something else that Tal pinged on.
Well, I'm gonna still bring the boots up with me.
Okay. So you pull on the rope with these two soggy leather boots. You get pulled up, and before long, you're up on back on the deck, And Tal and Thomas gonna both help you up, and Thomas goes, "Well, did you find your magical shoes?"
Wait, the shoes are magical?
I mean, he said there was magic and talked about maybe it was the shoe.
I'll drop the boots on the ground in front of Tal. So, it's it.
You know, I don't think these are it either.
Are your senses even worthwhile if you can't even go searching for the item you sense?
I mean, if I could swim, they would be worthwhile. Maybe next time. It might take me all day, but I think I could repair this net. One section of broken net at a time,
Well,
all day, to repair the net.
That's very tedious.
I'll just all soggy kind of go back to my robes, dry off a bit, put them back on, sit there a little pissed off.
Okay. After a few minutes of letting you sulk, Tal just starts laughing. Like, just deep-bellied laugh into the air, and he's like laugh crying as he walks over to you. He's carrying that sword that you brought up, and he just shows it to you, and you look at it, and now that you're taking a gander and it's been cleaned off, it is the Dragon Slayer's sword. As this check was for under your level to make, and you rolled a natural 1. Fuck you, Nekusar. So there you can see, engraved on the blade, now that the muck has been cleared off, is the symbol of Bahamut, the platinum dragon, the hilt of the platinum with 2 dragon heads off to the side, and the guard, excuse me, is with 2 dragon heads facing off to the side, and the handle kind of a little soggy, but a wrapped leather, and the pommel with that bright blue gem.
I thought you were gonna make him last longer than that.
I mean, he was pouting. Look, when he broods, he, like, summons dark entities. Have you seen it? Like, not the good ones. The ones that eat all the hearts and you can't have any.
Well, eating the hearts is a good thing, but they wouldn't share?
No, they wouldn't share.
Oh. That would be something I would like to see, but only if they would have shared.
I'm just gonna hold the sword, and this is the most joy I've felt in a long time. Just nod.
See? My senses were right. At this point, Thomas goes, "Right, so you got your pointy thing. Can we go? We still got time to make up. Let me adjust my sundial here. It's weird. You, like, move it a different way, it's one time. You move it another way, it's another time. I never figured out how to work this thing."
Yes, continue. Continue.
So, now Tal will roll for the day's travel. We just keep getting lesser. 17, 16, 13. The day is still clear, and Thomas goes, right, so if we want to make up some time, we can use the wind and the oars. But a couple of you's going to have to row.
I'll keep rowing.
Tal goes, I'm fixing the net. Zoom, 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 zoom. One piece connected. Zoom, 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 zoom. Another piece connected. You hear Thomas go, can't just have one person rowing, Nekusar.
I'll just frustratingly look back at the roar, knowing I've already rowed lots. It hasn't helped a whole lot. And I'll begrudgingly go and start rowing again.
All right. I need the two of you to make athletics checks. Oh, poor Nekusar. Oh my god!
Still the better rower.
Alright. So as you two are rowing and you're like in it, you're like, oh yeah, this is great. You're like, I don't even feel anything, you're just going, and then you look over at the other one and you realize you two are rowing in opposite directions. And then Thomas is like, what the hell are you two doing? We're not trying to go in a fucking circle! Whatever, just bring the fucking oars in, it's fine. The rest of the day, other than the angry looks Thomas gives you all, except for Tal, who's repairing the net, the only one in his mind doing something useful. Not that the rest of your mind readers to be able to hear that, but, you can tell. You can just tell. Dusk comes, and you all continue to press on. And again, Thomas goes, alright, y'all gotta be some eyes. Don't fucking hit a rock this gosh darn close. So, Nekusar, if you will... Actually, Virgil this time. Give me a perception check with advantage. There's a couple of close calls where something that you thought was nothing suddenly is something, like you swear it wasn't there just a second ago. And at one point, Thomas is having to turn the wheel hard one way and have Tal push the oar in order to help even more bank before they're pulling it out and just barely scooting by some sort of floating debris that looks like there's some logs or something in it, but any sort of hull damage for a fishing boat is bad news. Bad news bears. This happens a couple of times before finally Thomas just goes, that's it! We're done. We're fucking done. I'm done. And he puts the block in under the wheel, tosses the anchor over, and he just kind of looks, and he goes, if you squint real hard and look that way, you can kind of just barely see a speck of light that's bigger than the rest of these boats. That's Baldur's Gate. We'll be there tomorrow.
Sounds good.
All right. More fish stew. The last of the fish stew is had for the dinners. Virgil, you taking first watch again?
Yeah.
Perception check. Nekusar, perception check. As Virgil, your shift is uneventful. Easy sailing. Nekusar, your shift is uneventful. Easy sailing. Yep. Tal goes to sleep. Let's see here. Why? Oh, cause you're bleedy. That's why. We're gonna have to move maps. And edit this. We are at nighttime. Why is this like so weird?
Am I the only one with like half a black screen?
That's kind of where I'm at too. Let's try that switcheroo again, shall we? Let's all go here. Come on. You can do it. It's loading. Hey! Oh! Damn! Damn, that thing kicked me out. Motherfucker was not happy.
Okay, I was like, wait. It did kick you out. I wasn't like losing my connection or anything.
Mm-mm. I don't know why. Only half of this is going to nighttime. Okay, whatever. We will just do this, save changes. What? What is going on? Okay, refresh your screen. The black should go away. Oh. Where is Nekusar? Where is Nekusar? Where can he be? You're sleeping. You're sleeping. You're dead. You're sleeping. You're sleeping. Where is my Nekusar? Where is the Nekusar? Come back. Well, while he tries to figure that out, let's see if... Hey, there he is. Let's see.
Hello?
Wow.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we lost Scott again.
I was gonna say, I can't hear him or see him.
Here he comes.
How about now?
Yay! I can see you.
Hey, there we go. I could see you all. I don't know. That was weird. Anywho, can...
Well, that's a lovely name for a map.
What?
That's what I said too.
What's wrong with the name for the map? Death on the River.
Some hopeful
It's-
foreshadowing there a little bit, maybe?
It seems legit. Listen, there was a low chance of you all being boarded by pirates. Just happens to be now. Anywho, Mr. Tal, do you hear the falling of the plank in your sleep? At a -10 because you're asleep, that's a 9? No. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's its turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's his turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8. As you guys are below deck, below deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Jump over 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, that's precarious. Alright, so, those of you sleeping underground here can give me perception checks to see if you hear any of this boarding happening currently. Keep in mind, since you're sleeping, it's a -10.
Nice.
Even with your natural 20 cut down to an 11, even with Nekasar's 12, oh, the captain. Nobody hears anything just yet. Um, However, for the sake of all of this, let's go ahead and roll initiative. That natural one.
Nat
Boom,
20
boom,
to
boom,
nat
boom,
1.
boom, 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 boom. Look at all that initiative. It's pew,
Whoa.
pew, 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 pew. It's the best thing about this. I just click a button and they all fucking roll. All right. So, since we are in E-niche order, this guy, you're gonna have to squeeze 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hang on. Yeah, he gets below deck. Here, we're gonna move that guy. This guy's below deck. This guy is here. All right, who's next? You are this guy. Perfect. This guy is gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this guy is going to attack a sleeping, defenseless guy.
I don't think it rolled Thomas in the order.
He is. He's down at the bottom. Captain Olastan is him.
Oh, I thought that was the pirate boss or something.
Even with a fucking advantage, the pirate misses. Ah, gosh. This guy is over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He gets to about there. Can't really go any much further. Nope. Alright. This guy. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! This guy takes his blade, finds a part of the power armor that's kind of slightly exposed, puts the tip of his sword into it, and just stab. Good news is, you all wake up to the sound of screaming pain as Tal just... Ah! So you're all awake. Everybody heard that shit. And as you wake up and look around, you see a couple of figures, swords out, walking silently over to you all, sleeping in the cargo hold. They hear that noise. They look down, lock eyes with some of you before starting to rush towards you. Nekusar.
Closest one. I'm going to hex him.
Okay, hang on. The closest one is this one right here. Can you see that? Ooh, and
Yep.
do you haven't completed a long rest. So do you get hex again? Oh, you didn't fight. Never mind. Yeah, you're good. You're good. You're good.
I'm still rested from the day before,
Yeah.
and
You didn't fight. That's
I'm
right.
only using the spell, not the ability, at the moment.
So, Hex. Wait. Which one is it? The one in the corner?
Hang on a second. I'm gonna get there. I want the eyeball on it.
Okay, yeah. So we will Hex. And then Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast! Ugh! Oh! As you, from a laying position, seeing these things come at you, just release the energy from within. It hits him hard in the chest. You can see the sternum crack in, and he he's having a hard time breathing, but he's barely up, vomiting up a little blood, but unsteady grip on his sword still coming after you.
Okay, I don't know what direction you want me to go to just step back and kind of in behind Thomas and Virgil.
So, I would say you are sleeping here, but we will do this. The minus 10 feet is for being under.
And standing.
So it's half your movement to stand up.
Mm-hmm.
And we will say that Virgil is just here. So the minus 10 is just to represent you're under. You're in the cargo hold.
Okay, yeah.
So if you want to stand up half your movement, you can move. There are some crates and things, so you don't have a whole lot of movement. But if you wanted to move like 5 feet towards the captain, you can easily do that.
Okay.
10 feet? Yep, that's perfect. That's fine. All right, anything else?
That should be all for right now.
Okay. Tal. You, sir, have just been stabbed. You are on the ground. You're prone. Things are not looking very kosher for you. What would you like to do? Well, let's see here. First of all... Oh, man. We are going to stand up, which is half of our movement. And we're going to move here. We will provoke the one attack. I'm just going to move him real quick. We'll provoke the attack of one opportunity. Regular roll, regular roll, regular roll. Which misses. And then we will unleash a thunderous fury upon all these jackasses. Oh, well, I mean, why you gotta be like that? As he casts Thunder Wave! In order to get... That's gonna hit. Yeah. He will... He knows how his spells work. He's gonna go back one more. I don't know how his spells work, but he does. So we're gonna get 2 more attacks. Oops. And attack. And regular roll, regular roll. Yeah, see, misses. And regular roll, regular roll. Yeah, definitely misses. For the purposes of the spell, I need to move you so that you aren't accidentally affected by it.
I appreciate that.
And Boom. Thunder wave. Bandit Constitution saving throw. Constitution saving throw. Let's see. That is. I didn't roll them all, but that's fine. That's a 12. What's our save? DC a 15, so 12 fails. You. Constitution saving throw. You succeed. And you, Constitution saving throw. And you fail. So you take. So let's see. Where's our target? Untarget. You. We're just targeting. Target. And if I do. Does that do both? It does not. Damn it. That's okay. Minus 12. Dead. Dead. Woo! Damn. What does it do? 10 feet away from you. Successful save. The creature takes half as much damage, isn't pushed. So you still take 6 points of damage. This body goes splat. This body goes splat over into the water. Aw. Look, it's doing a little spell effect. Can you see it? It's like a ripple pond effect from where it was originally placed. How cute. How cutesies. You guys can hear Tao go, "We're under attack!" Like, stomp, stomp, stomp. Wake up! We're under attack! He doesn't know that you're awake. Right then, so this guy, righto, dead. Righto, this guy, dead. Perfect. There we go. This bandit, where are you? You're here. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, and aim and shoot with a crossbow. And 18's gonna miss. He's a big fat loser. Where's this one? This one. Same thing. He's going to. Ooh. Still another 18 misses. Tal's just. Ching, ching. Like using his Iron Man armor to shoot things out of the air, or deflect them with his meaty gauntleted fist. Just fighting off an angry horde that he will tell the story was thousands of them. Or, if I was Tal, that's how I would tell that story. Let's just, that'll be really Bandit. This guy. He's going to jump down. And he's going to... actually, we need to put Captain back. You back. I know he's going to jump down. He's going to come over here to Virgil. Attack Virgil with a scimitar. 21. Oh, it's not supposed to hit Tau. I had both of you targeted. That's alright.
I want that sword.
Yeah, I'm sure that you do. The one that can
Cutting
hit
through ships.
the one that can hit 2 enemies from different positions. It's called a phase blade. Virgil! Oh man, you were prone too. That should have been with advantage, but I missed it, so.
First off, like, is there a space 15 feet away that's clear that I can see?
Yeah, the center of the ship is fairly clear. The mast still goes through the into the bottom of the hold, but most of the cargo is around the edges.
So that space is behind me, not like on the other side of the bandits.
So the other side of the bandits, no, there's not enough space for you to be there.
I was wanting to manifest echo, and I can do it within a 15 spot, 15, a spot within 15 feet of me. But I wanted to put it behind the bandits.
Yeah.
So am I too close to use my crossbow?
You are prone and within melee range. Now I think he's got crossbow expert feat, so I think he ignores melee range anyway. So I think you're good.
Yeah, I'm good. I just wanted to make sure.
Lock and load. Ugh. Ugh. As you, for some reason, sleep with a fully loaded heavy crossbow. As this thing comes after you, you get stabbed. You're like, what? Ugh. Huh. Tung. And you just watch this bolt go right here. It's kind of like stuck right here. It's like a little bit of flesh holding it in. It's stuck in its neck, and it's just like blood coming out. It starts to vomit up blood. It's a fairly bad day for these guys.
And I can stand safely, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'll stand.
Okay. As you stand up, nothing happens. Captain Go comes over though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Comes over here. Targets this guy. Untarget you. Captain Guy, who is very unhappy. You can see as he walks by the mast, he grabs a spear and a flail that is just hanging there, and he takes the flail and he just which smashes this guy's brains in, and he's just standing there, blood dripping off of his spiked flail. Spear in the other hand, he goes, "You bastards are on the wrong ship." And that's a dead bandit back to the top of the order with a bandit that's been marked for death. Death bandit comes over here. Actually, I don't think Death Bandit would. I think Death Bandit's going to try to run. Death Bandit's going to try to run. Up the stairs. And 1, 2, 3, 4. He gets over here. He gets this far, has a crossbow ready. I'm going to hold his action until somebody's within range. This bandit not liking what Tal did to him. Scimitar attack. Miss. Bandit's unhappy. Disbandit, where are you? You're here. Ah, perfect. Disbandit going to attack this guy. They're no longer attacking you. Stop being targeted. Nope. This. Yes. There. Aha! Misses! Dead. Nekusar.
Alright, so...
You only see one bandit down here.
Okay, I don't know... This one?
Yep, that one.
The one right in front of Virgil?
Yes.
Okay, I am going to
hang on. This one's dead. So I hope you're not targeting that one. Yep, that's the one you were targeted. That's fine. A 14? Yeah, okay. These things have so much health that a 14 kills this guy. He's dead.
Okay, and then can I go upstairs and check out?
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 30 gets you right to the stairs.
I can't see up at all.
No, it's still a 10-foot. You can't. You don't have enough. You don't have enough time to start going up the stairs.
Okay.
So it tells you a
So
10
I'll
foot.
just get close to the stairs, but I'm not going to block off the way for anybody else.
Okay. So like here.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Tal is unhappy that this guy's in front of him. He doesn't like it. No. But I don't think he's got the stuff to not have disadvantage on attacks. I don't think that he does. I don't see feats. Nope, he does not. Okay. So, only thing that he can do, really, is move away. Provoke that attack. It's gonna miss. And now, we shall destroy. That guy's dead. Does he get? No, we're not level 5 yet. He doesn't get 2 attacks. Oh, apparently I had the captain still fucking targeted. God damn it. It's the one thing I don't like. When I'm done, I want nothing to be targeted. Like, stop targeting things. Just be done. This bandit. Lock and load. That's not... Whatever. That's gonna miss. This bandit. Lock and load. Crossbow. Thank you. Still. I don't think... Yeah, that's... a 19 misses. Jiminy Christmas. Virgil.
I will get up as far as I can to the stairs. I got 35 feet.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 puts you here.
Okay, and then I'm going to shoot at the one across the way. The hexed one to death.
As you do so, the one that is hexed was waiting for somebody to get, so it's going to pop a shot at you. Apparently, I'm still targeting 17 fucking people, but whatever. So you take the 3 points of damage. Now you can go. Oh! Blood, 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 blood. As your crossbow bolt basically goes straight through. His chest cavity was already crushed. Now it's like tiny hole of a bolt that's gone straight through as he falls to the ground. Dead.
And that's all.
Right, Captain Guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's now no longer 10 feet under. He's 110 feet under, apparently. Jiminy Christmas. There we go. And you're no longer... dead, 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 dead. Nekusar!
Alright, so I'm gonna pop up
Okay.
on top of the deck.
Yep.
I'd like to kind of stand here if I can to block the way of the bridges.
Yeah.
And I am going to hex the one closest to me.
Okay.
The free action, or my bonus action, and I will Eldritch Blast him.
That guy's looking rough. Oh, God.
Oh, only one.
He's looking rough. How much damage did you do? You did
10.
9. Yep. I don't think it took that minus away, so there we go. He's as your hex after your force damage like dislocates his shoulder. You can watch like the very shadows around him like swarm up like tentacles and just and start pulling life force out of his body. He's like, oh, it's looking pretty terrible, pretty shit, pretty shit. And Tal's going to target this guy. No, I don't want to target myself, you jackass. Target. Thank you. We shall shoot him. Yeah. Yeah. And we'll pump an extra 1d6 damage of lightning into that. Bzum. Another one bites the dust. Nekusar, you come up here. There's just bodies in the water, bleeding out everywhere. There's a body in a boat. There's a body here and a body there. There's a bunch of dead bodies. Tal finally started doing something.
Seems Virgil will be feasting.
Virgil was on the cusp of losing control. The last bandit, kind of looking around at all of his mates dead, drops his weapons and goes, "Oh, I give up." Virgil, your turn.
Yeah, he would do it. The one that put his hands up, I imagined. Yeah, he would do it. I imagine he would prefer fresh blood over the dead ones, even though those are still technically flesh. So I would move up to him and do vampiric bite.
Is that a sword that you're showing us on camera?
I'm not trying to. I'm sorry. I was holding it from earlier. It's my new present. It's a rapier I just got, and I can't quite. It's like my war pick. I'll show you when we're done. I'm sorry. When there was weird noises, I went and grabbed it. Okay. Anyway.
So you move over, and if you want to do your attack, make sure you have it targeted. As an 11 misses. Oh my gosh. As soon as you like come closer to it, he's like, ah, ah! He like jerks away and you miss your opportunity. That's alright. Captain comes over. 1, 2. Just kind of looks at the guy and goes, "Wrong ship." And he
Misses him.
misses! Oh my gosh! Oh no. Nekusar, you gotta save face, bro. Everybody's missing. It's up to you. What do you do?
I am going to just stand at the drawbridges, and if he comes anywhere near me, I will attempt a grapple.
Okay.
And I'm just going to say, leave this one for Virgil. I'm sure he is hungry.
I kind of do a nod, like, yup.
Okay. Um, Tal's gonna just let it go. He's going to attempt to jump into the water. So, Virgil and El Capitan would both get attacks of opportunity if you want to use it.
It has to be with a weapon, right? I can't, like, attempt to grab him.
It has to be with a weapon.
Okay. Just making sure.
As a point, your fangs count as weapons. Fang bite is a natural weapon.
Well, crap. Okay.
It counts as a melee weapon with which you are proficient.
Okay.
If you would rather, as he turns around to try to leap, you take advantage of the situation to attempt to consume him again. Instead of the heavy crossbow attack, you may reroll.
All right. Thank you.
He's got one hit point, like,
Yeah, this thing better hit.
right?
Alright, El Capitan.
Oh, I should have left it.
Oh, whatever. Now he's got a spear.
As he turns around, you try to bite at him, miss, and he gets ready. You can see like his legs priming for the jump. Suddenly, like just quickly past your vision, you watch as the spear completely impales the bandit before it can jump, and he's like looking down at it, like holding on to it, blood coming out of his mouth, and the captain just kind of quickly pulls the blade back out, kind of throws the blood onto the deck of the ship, and the bandit just kind of falls onto the ground, or the deck.
I don't know if it needs to be said, but once we're out of combat, Virgil will take the opportunity to eat hearts.
Hearts, at least a couple. Easy enough. Plenty of hearts for you to choose from. Tal kind of goes and sees if they have anything.
Yeah, I kind of want to raid the bodies and just maybe cross over their ships and see if there's
Sure.
anything on their ships.
Give me an investigation roll.
Oh, yeah.
You're looking around and they look like peasants that were just trying to make a buck. Their weapons were shit. In your opinion, you've seen better. Tal, on the other hand, he doesn't search through the bodies so much as goes from ship to ship. And on one of these ships, under one of the seats, he does find a crate. And inside the crate, he finds a couple of gemstones. Let's see, does he recognize? He does. He recognizes 2 opals worth about 100 gold or so each. So he brings those over, and after Virgil continues the consummation of hearts, if Virgil will roll our last 1d20 to see how the final stretch of the day goes.
Is that /R or R/?
/R space 1d20. The weather starts to turn into nasty, but based on the distance to Baldur's Gate and current weather, Thomas estimates that we'll be docked around the time the storm itself hits. That's kind of what he's feeling. After some minor cleanup, you all can take a long rest. Finally, can finish your long rest. As the wind is in your favor, and so El Capitan does not need any rowing today. And the sights of Baldur's Gate loom very close. And the fishing boat with Captain Thomas eventually makes dock in the city proper. That's where we will end tonight's episode of Hoard of the Dragon Queen.